Hi guys, Ken from Miniature War Gaming Warriors, and don't forget to check out our Facebook and Patreon pages, links in the comments below. Enjoy the video and see you again soon. Hi guys, Ken from Miniature War Gaming Warriors, and it's Saturday. It's been over a week since the competition started and it's now ended. If you want to find out who won, head over to the Facebook group and there's a list there. How I've done it is I've got first, second, third and fourth, and that's basically the order you get to choose your prize in. So you've got the 4 prizes, which are the Sherman tank, you've got the couple of sprues of bolt action stuff, you've also got the Battle from a Crag set, and I've been kindly donated by Mark over at M&C Models, link to his website in below. He does like commission painting, he sells paints and stuff like that. He's kindly donated a paint set for German uniforms from MIG, which is really nice. So yeah, head over there and check out the prizes. So this video is going to be a little bit different for a Saturday. I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a ramble. I am on call, so unfortunately work and real life has to come first. Sadness. But yeah, I recently just had a game. I introduced my brother to his first ever game of bolt action. He's played a couple of games of 40k with me, and I mentioned World War II before, and he was like proper up for it. So I was like, right, let's have a game. Let's have a game. We played a 500-point game, British versus Germans, and yeah, he actually beat me. I'm still on a losing streak. I can't even beat a new player, but the main topic of the video today is introducing new players into new game systems, the do's and don'ts, right? Okay, from my point of view, what you want to do as a hobby ambassador to introduce somebody into playing the game system that you enjoy playing. For example, me, bolt action, and my brother being the player. So, give you a bit of context to this. My brother's he's never painted a model. He's only a couple of years younger than me, but when we were younger, we obviously had the Warhammer that I've spoke about, and we both used to share it and stuff like that. So he understands what Warhammer is in a basic concept. And we've had a couple of games of 40k. So introducing him into historicals, he was quite into it because he's been listening to documentaries and things like that. So he's like proper keen on it, which is really good to get him to play some tabletop. So my first do, take it slow in regards to explaining things, rules, be a bit lenient with certain situations. So for example, I understand that bolt action, you don't pre-measure. Simple, you don't pre-measure. We played 2 games. The first game, I let him pre-measure. So it influenced him making decisions. So he understood what range was, so he could get a visual concept to something on the board. He's only played a few games on the tabletop, so I let him actually pre-measure. And he said it did help him, because he could understand the actual ranges he's looking at, half ranges, remembering rules, and it just helped him overall. So I did things like quiz him while we were playing. So for example, instead of me just telling him, I tell him the first couple of times. So for example, if I'm shooting at him and he's behind soft cover and bolt action, and my guys have moved, okay, and I'm Germans, so I'm with it. Say for example, I say to him, right, so what is it for me to hit you? And he'll go, a 3. I said, yeah, okay, so what have I done in this turn? He goes, you moved. Okay, so that's what? And he goes, +1, so that's 4 plus now. And then I said, are you in any cover or anything? He went, yeah, I'm in soft cover. So I said, so what's that now? And he went, 5 plus. And I said, good. I said, is there any other things? And he's like, he stopped and paused. He went, what's your range? And I said, I'm at long range. He said, and I said, why am I at long range there? He said, then he said, because you're over half the distance of the weapon. And I was like, correct. So I'm getting him to say the rules, so he reinforces it, so he's understanding a lot more. It's just a learning technique, especially for me. I've learned well like that. So I put it when I teach people things, same with work and stuff like that. I'll ask people questions instead of just giving them the answers. So it really helped him, and he said he was picking up stuff a lot quicker. So he was literally taking over. He's going, oh, I've moved, you're in hard cover, and I'm at long range. And he was like 6 pluses, and he was like, I get this now, it's really straightforward. So taking it slow, being a bit lenient, understand as the instructor, explain. You might not win your first game, but don't go out to all out crush your opponent. You know, there's nothing worse than playing the first introductory game to something and then just losing dreadfully and not enjoying the experience. You've got to sometimes, I find, with the first game for something, is understand that you as the person that's teaching somebody, this is not a normal game. This is an intro game. This is stepping stones for you and this other player being able to play this game in the future competently, and this is a new opponent. So you put the legwork in at the start, and then throughout like their journey, you help them, and then at some point they get competent, like I did when I first joined. Like Liam took me through stepping stones. Now we can play a game just like that, you know, it's just instant. We can just play a game and both enjoy ourselves. But you need to understand as a teacher, it's not a normal game, so you might not get as much enjoyment out of it as you would just a normal battle. But it depends how you are, because I do, because I like teaching people things. So that's the first thing. Next, let's go for a don't. It's because it was my brother. I've got a bond and relationship with him. Obviously growing up, so we know how to behave around. But if you're talking for somebody, for example, that you're meeting in a shop, so like a hobby store, you don't want to go up to them and just be very closed and very blunt with things. So if someone's asking you a question and go, oh, look in the rule book, you want to explain that rule. Or if you don't know the rule, just say, oh, give me a second, I'll just double check that and we'll make sure. You don't want to be this sort of closed person. It's not very good teaching somebody if you just like can't be bothered, basically. There's no point. What's the point? There's no enjoyment for you, there's no enjoyment for them. There's no point. So you need to try and be a bit enthusiastic. Another do would be approachable. So say to the player that you got any questions, ask me. Don't matter if you're questioning me, don't just watch me do something and not understand what I'm doing. Just ask me why I'm doing it, even if it's my turn, and I'll explain it to you. If I don't know a specific rule, we'll look it up, not an issue. So that's quite good. So be approachable, because there's nothing worse than having a closed person, like I've said before, when you're trying to teach somebody a new game. Another don't would be don't be unprepared. And don't do what I do. And it's kind of linked in. Don't do what I do and normally play, on my first ever game of this, so I'm going to do an intro game for you of 2,000 points. Liam will understand what that means. Do a small game. Do a really small game. So like 500 points of bolt action. So we literally had a couple of squads of infantry, one support weapon, no vehicles. And he had his forward observer, so it's just to get him to understand the infantry tactic rules. So the next game we'll then add in an armoured car, for example, or a tank, just to bump the points up a little bit, but keep the points low. That's a really good tip, because it speeds up gameplay, one, so it gets the player more into the game. Just don't do big games, not for your first game. I'm just trying to think of another don't, really. It's hard because I personally feel like I'm quite good at teaching people things, and it's trying to think of what I wouldn't do. Don't get angry with people because they don't know the rules. There you go, there's one. Don't get angry at people. They don't know the rules, do they? So just chill. That's basically the best advice I can give you. Chill out, enjoy it, understand it's not going to be a normal game, and just relax and just be yourself. And especially if you're in a hobby store environment, just chill out. Just put the player at ease. Say, don't worry about what you do. If you mess up, I'll let you know. And go from there, really. But I got some footage of our first game, and I start winding him up a little bit because I'm a little bit of a wind up. And just watch it and come back.
Right, guys, Ken from Miniature Wargaming Warriors, and I'm here playing my first game with my brother, Kieran. Say hello.
All right.
So this is his first intro game of bolt action around my mum's house, of all things. So what do you think of it so far?
It's better than 40k.
Oh, he's already on the historicals, can't believe it. I gave him like 2 games of 40k?
2 games of 40k.
2 games of 40k.
Yeah, not even completed the first game of bolt action, and I already prefer it.
And he's in love with it already.
Like it better.
But this is the table, the first ever table that I made. You can see it's had some damage repair done here. I've literally got some of Luke's APS's fast drying glue, and I've just chucked some sawdust grass on like bits like round here and bits here. I've just touched it up because it was absolutely falling apart. I'll tell you the worst bit. I'll show you the worst bit. It was around here. Literally that bit there. But as you can see, this is my first board. You can see the edges still looking really bad. But yeah, it was the first board, but you know, shits and giggles and stuff like that. But yeah, alright, well this will go in on probably the Monday Night Ramble, so yeah, take it easy. It's not!
Okay, I'll tell you what. My 6 inches is just all the way across that fucking line. There you go. Fuck off.
It's not!
How is that not in a line of fucking sight? Don't you fucking have that? Right.
Oh, the rage is real.
Yeah, the rage is real. When someone decides that's not 6 inches from there, but okay, we'll scrap that.
Explain it to me again. Go on,
What?
show me your 6 inches. Show me what you were saying. Is that
No,
6
so I'm
inches?
not going to be famous on the YouTube channel for that.
No, go on, go on, show me your 6
No,
inches.
it's fine.
No, go on.
No,
So what was it you were saying? Where? If you had a... So the objective's there in the middle. Where were you saying if your guy was?
Maybe somewhere on the bank.
I don't think that's a legit thing.
Well,
I didn't build the table for that.
legit or not, that is within 6 inches from that.
No, I'm not having it. It's my table, my rules.
Oh, alright then.
Right. So you see what I mean? That can be a little bit of a wind up. But as you can tell, he's really enthusiastic with it, and he already prefers it to 40k like me. I prefer it to 40k, but it's personal preference because it's quicker. He really likes the dice system and stuff. That was today's video. Sorry it was a really quick one, but unfortunately real life has had to take over. And yeah, I'll see you for the ramble on Monday. Till then, see you again very soon. And remember, don't forget to check out the Facebook and Patreon pages and go to the Facebook group if you want to find out who won the competition. Take care. Bye.